is a country where a city can become the capital depending on what astrologers say, where the New Year is celebrated in April and literally 2 Wednesdays. This is a country where an elephant is a pet. Until 1989, this country known today as Myanmar was called differently. Burma, this name was given by foreigners, but it did not catch on. The modern name of the country means fast and strong, and also echoes the word Mya, which means emerald. For a long time, the country was closed to tourists, and only a few years ago it began to accept travelers without a special entry permit. The capital of the country is Naypyidaw. It only became such in 2006. Initially, the capital was the city of Yangon, but later it was decided to move the capital according to the testimony of astrologers. In Myanmar, astrology is generally taken very seriously, and many decisions are made according to the stars. Astrologers here enjoy a special position, they are revered, and they are always consulted before something important. As for the cities and capitals, here they changed quite often, since it is believed that each city has its own shelf life of happiness. Every capital sooner or later comes a time when its status needs to be changed. The majority of the population are Buddhists. The country is informally called the country of pagodas. About 2,500 of them have been erected on its territory. One of the most famous pagodas is Shwedagon. It is located in the former capital, Yangon. The height of this pagoda is almost 100 meters. It was founded about 2,500 years ago. At this time, the building was 20 meters high. For its construction, 8,000 sheets of gold, 5,000 diamonds and 2,000 other gems were used. Inside the building there is priceless artifact, 8 ears of Gautama Buddha. The pagoda is not the only attraction, but the Buddhist statues will haunt you quite often, including in the Shwedagon caves on Mount Shwedagon. There, already at the entrance, tourists are greeted by a large statue of Buddha, and in the depth of the cave large statues are found almost at every step. At the exit, visitors will find another natural site, a lake with green-covered rocks. There are more statues than in Shwedagon Cave. Only in Pindaya Caves there are more than 8,000 of them, and well, every year there are more and more of them. Pindaya is the main cave of pilgrims. Walking through the cave you can also see both altars and natural beauty, cave lakes and stalactites. There may also be meditation halls here, but tourists are not allowed to enter there. As for the Buddha statues, they are indeed everywhere. Somewhere it is a standing Buddha, somewhere it is sitting or laying, and there is even a Buddha in gold glasses. Going to Myanmar in April, do not miss the opportunity to witness how the locals celebrate the New Year. Every April, residents of the country organize the Tinjong Water Festival, which indicates that the rain season has begun. These days, adults and children douse with water and they pour water on everyone who meets them on the way, washing away from yourself and others in this way the past troubles that will remain in the past year. Another festival worth of attention is Tazendin, which is also known as the Festival of Lights. It is celebrated in November. At this time, it is customary to light and launch 1,000 paper lanterns into the sky. Tazendin symbolizes the end of the rain season and the end of Wasa, a 3-month retreat of Buddhist monks. At this time, it is customary to give new vestments to monks. There were a few remarks about the tourism sector of the country, but the former Burma is beautiful in that the rules of its life are very different from those to which we're accustomed. This is what fascinates us. Here are a few things you should be prepared for if you plan to visit this country one day. Myanmar has 8 days of the week, as Wednesday is divided into 2 parts, morning and evening. This does not affect work schedules in any way, but you can notice that some calendars look funny and unusual. Myanmar is the country with the largest number of domesticated elephants in the world, which locals use for works. Traveling in Myanmar, you may meet elephant mahouts more than once who are also engaged in the breeding and care of elephants. If you notice red spots on buildings or on the ground while walking around Myanmar, don't be surprised and don't be scared. This is betel. a pepper plant which, as locals believe, restores energy and eliminates fatigue. Burmese often chew it and their mouth turn red. Then the chewed beetle is often spat out directly on the walls or the ground, hence these strange spots. If everything is clear with a red mouth, what about white paint on the face? Tanaka is a white-yellow powder that is obtained from the trunk of the tree of the same name, rubbing its inner part on a stone. Then it is mixed with a small amount of water and then applied to the face. According to the Burmese, Tanaka has various useful qualities. It cleans the skin, rejuvenates, has an anti-inflammatory and antibacterial effect, protects from the sun. Women also use Tanaka for cosmetic purposes. They apply the cream on the face, creating strips that are kind of decoration on the face. You can find this wonderful remedy in any store, and in the city of Pagan there is even a museum dedicated to Tanaka. You can also meet some elderly women with white cobwebs on their faces. These are tattoos that husbands originally did to their wives during the British occupation, so they would not be stolen by the British. Gradually, this tradition seemed interesting to the Burmese women in principle, and it spread to everyone. In Myanmar, you can constantly hear residents making strange noises to attract the attention of another person, and these sounds are made even in public places. In Myanmar, skirts are worn not only by women but also by men. Soran is a traditional men's clothing. Here, even school uniforms, both for girls and boys, are long green skirts combined with white blouses and shirts. Sweet Tooth in Burma will have a hard time because the tastes of Burmese are somewhat different. Mahinga, fish soup with noodles. This is a typical breakfast dish, and if we continue to talk about food, it should be mentioned that insect larvae are one of the delicacies here. You are also unlikely to be able to drink tea with sugar, but you can eat tea here. Tea is used here together with bamboo as a salad supplement to the main dish, rice. Tea is also used here as a seasoning to dried shrimp. Despite the fact that we don't know this country very well yet, it may be too exotic for us, it is still safe for tourists who are well treated by local residents. They are always open to dialogue and ready to help. Friends, if you liked this video, I'm waiting for a well-deserved like. Share in the comments where on our planet you'd like to go. Write what facts, events or sites you are interested at. It helps me plan trips and shoot videos on the most interesting topics.